Okay, let's talk about the fact that you want to make stuff. You want to create. You want to move forward on that creative project that's just burning inside of you. But your biggest barrier to accomplishing that is your own procrastination. Listen, I get it. That's me too. And I've just been asking myself, why do we do this? Why do we delay diving into the work that we really want to do? There are probably several reasons why we do this. I can't go into all of them, but I do want to share with you today something that has been helping me kick procrastination in the butt. It's a little mental trick, if you will, and it's probably not a mental trick that you have heard or thought about before. So let me give you some context. As the years go on, and as I get older and older, I'm realizing more and more that I have permission to think about the things that I'm hearing and the things that I'm assuming are true about life, the things that I just tend to believe without much thought. For example, in our culture, something that is championed more and more is this idea of taking care of yourself, which tends to imply that we should pamper ourselves, that we should lean into the things that we consider to be leisure or rest, or indulge ourselves in the things that we enjoy. And let me just say that I very much believe in enjoying things like rest and leisure and play for play's sake, but in small doses. And I've had this thought/wondering recently if maybe my procrastination isn't allowing me to genuinely take care of myself. And I've wondered if maybe if I want to pamper myself, maybe I just need to get down to the work that is before me, because this is work that I don't want to escape from. This is work that I want to do. After all, to be wonderfully spent in meaningful and fulfilling work is part of what we need as human beings. We don't just need rest and leisure and play for play's sake. And we don't just need to work for the sake of making money. Work is actually essential to a full and meaningful life. Now, I told you that this channel is named after a book called Every Good Endeavor. This channel is a nod to that book because it's meant a lot to me. If you watched any of the videos, you know I've said this a few times. And I'm going to end up quoting a lot from this book on this channel throughout many videos. I'm going to quote from it again today. In the book, Tim Keller says this. He says, "Work is so foundational to our makeup, in fact, that it is one of the few things we can take in significant doses without harm. Indeed, the Bible does not say we should work one day and rest 6, or that work and rest should be balanced evenly, but directs us to the opposite ratio. Leisure and pleasure are great goods, but we can only take so much of them. The loss of work is deeply disturbing because we were designed for it. This realization injects a deeper and far more positive meaning into the common view that people work in order to survive. According to the Bible, we don't merely need the money for work to survive. We need the work itself to survive and live fully human lives." Something that stood out to me is the idea that we can do work in large amounts, large periods of time we can spend in work because work is actually good for us. That's just something I hadn't really thought about before. And I've realized that there's this faulty belief kind of ingrained into my thinking, in my head, that is worth examining and removing, which is that all work is something that we need to escape from, and that work in general is just a prison. It's something that we have to do, and that work is miserable. Maybe that's true for some work, but it's not true for all work. And as a Christian, my faith helps me see that we were actually made for work. Work can be fun. Work can be enjoyable. Work can be a kind of play. And one way that we feel that and we see that is when we think about heaven, for example. Almost anyone I know cringes at the idea and worries that we are going to just be sitting up in heaven, leisurely sitting on a cloud doing nothing. Nobody wants to do that for all of eternity. Work can be enjoyable. And even though work can also be really challenging and it can be really tiring, it also is meaningful and fulfilling, in part because it is so challenging and it is so tiring. But procrastination makes us miserable. It keeps us from doing the things that we need to do, the things that need to get done, and it also keeps us from doing things that we want to do. So when I've started to feel myself procrastinating on the creative endeavors and the creative projects that I want to work on, I've started to just think to myself, you know what? I'm going to go dive into my work as a way of pampering myself. Why would I delay in doing this? This is something that I really want to do. And thinking thoughts like that have been really helpful to me. And I found that I've been getting a lot more done. So I thought I would share that with you in case that would help you fight against your procrastination. Maybe it's just as simple as seeing that you really want to do this work, and so it's giving yourself permission to just really do it. It's giving yourself permission to really want to do work and to not see this creative project as something that you have to do because it's work. Work is fun. Work is enjoyable. Work is something that we need as humans. So go take care of yourself and stop procrastinating and go do the thing that your soul longs to do. Okay? That's all I have for today's video. And by the way, we're halfway through. This is video 15 of 30. If you missed it, I'm trying to release 30 videos in 30 days to get this channel kicked off. Thanks for all your encouragement and support so far. I have genuinely been so encouraged by you. One of the things I've been most encouraged by is several of the thoughtful comments I've received. So thank you for doing that. And I'm looking forward to finishing off the second half of this challenge. And I'm trying my best to not procrastinate and get these things done because I love making these videos, and hopefully you're enjoying watching them. Anyway, that's all I have for now, and I'll see you in the next video.